Hey, welcome back, y'all, to Real Lifestyle. Hey, today, before we get to today's episode, we want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for rocking with us from show one, since day one. I think the haters too, because I read the comments, I be commenting back. Hey, without the haters, we wouldn't be where we at right now. So it's all good. We love y'all. Keep hating. We need it. But let's get back to the episode, and we want to take a recap of the highlights we had with our friends that rock with us. Stay tuned. We got something for you guys at the end of the episode, so don't miss it.
How was you able to see these buildings or these areas when people say, "Oh, Kobe, it's never gonna sell for this much," or people never gonna come here? Like what gave you that grit, like that grind? So you know what, I'm gonna build this thing, and you're gonna buy it.
I think that I was lucky enough to grow up like in the hospitality business in the Caribbean, where the islands of Mustique or St. Lucia between the Pitons, we did the hotel that was originally called Jealousy Plantation, or we did La Source in Grenada, or we did La Sport in St. Lucia. People always demanded in cold climates to go to the tropics for what they would seek is, sea, sun, and sand. And even in Haiti, when it was still, we were able to do it, there was a Club Med there. One of the biggest Club Meds was outside on the beach, and it was very successful. But in reality, what happens is that as the trials and tribulations of life happens, and the politics don't let it go forward, it shuts down. So what we see is that there's a demand. Now, it just so happened that people have always knew about Florida. Oh, Florida's a great place. The weather is wonderful. We can come there. We can visit.
Yeah.
But now with the technology, I'm 60. How old are you now?
29.
You're 30. So I'm 59, right? So there's a 60 to 30. There's a 30-year delta. And that delta is quite big.
Right.
When I was 30, I said, I always dealt with older women and older men. I felt like, they're like my brothers and my sisters.
Right.
But really, when you get older, you start to see the time difference between 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. Those are big bunches of years that you develop as an individual. Meaning if you have kids and the kids are 5 and 7 years old, it's different than having 17 and 20-year-old kids, right? It's just the way you perceive life is different.
We talk a lot about business and real estate and stuff like that. You talked about sliding in DMs of agents that he wanted to be mentored by. But tell me some challenges or some experiences that you had of, people sliding into your DMs for business, but it wasn't really for business. They want to
that's the
take you on a
worst.
date or
If
something
there's
like
anybody reading this that does that,
Talk about it. I want to hear it.
man, that is, if you thought that was going to get a woman, I'm sorry, that's the biggest turnoff. That is zero confidence. If you want to approach me to deal with me, you approach me to deal with me.
So they really
don't
slide
try
into
to
your DMs.
all the time. I've had men do the boldest things.
Like
They'll buy with someone else while they've been trying to pursue me, and they're like, "Yeah, you're letting other people slide." What? Keep the business. Keep all of it. I don't even want your business. It's not even. I don't even want it anymore because I feel like it's a respect thing. I work hard. I work hard to know my shit, to learn my shit, to do well for my clients. So for me, to come at me and waste my time work-wise, it's just there's no respect for me, my business, or my time. See, that's where you lost me right then there. So if I start vetting you out and you're not serious and you're clearly just trying to get around me, you're going to have to go play with someone else. And then if you think you're going to pursue me from there, it's definitely no. You should have the confidence as a man. Prior to that, if that's what you really wanted, that was the intention, that should have been set forth in the beginning.
And that still goes on to this day.
Yes, of course.
How do you deal with that?
I don't. Easy.
So how it was for you growing up? What was R.E.A.L into? Was he into video games, or was you out in the park?
In the
what? Out the park.
I think I was
playing with the big boys.
I think it was half and half, which is funny because I always had a love for we used to bike all the time. We're just a different generation. We didn't have the social media, the iPhone, all that kind of stuff. So you have a Game Boy or something like that, but other than that, your parents would take that away if you were playing it too much. So you'd have to go outside, you hoop, you'll bike, you may play like some football with the kids. But for me growing up, I was like in the video games a bunch though. Computer games, Xbox, PlayStation, all that kind of stuff. But it got to the point that it got so bad that I was getting like obese.
You was an addict.
Oh yeah. I was like 350 pounds going in the summer of my sophomore year.
350?
Yeah, the only reason I started playing football is because my mom took away my Xbox.
So it was not for that, like you would have been playing.
Probably I'd be dead from like just too much weight. Like, cause I was 350 at 16. I'm 20. I just turned 28. So if you continue that trend, it's like it's a dangerous like. You know, you see the 600-pound life. Yeah, man.
You about to be in the episode?
And I didn't speak English at that time, nothing at all. So you can imagine, it was a very hard process. It was a very
So
tough
you spoke
process.
no English, and
No,
how did you
at all.
maneuver, like getting a job, you know, getting your car, and like managing your time to like?
Bro, my first, I'm gonna say this, check this out. My first job interview, I sit down and they ask me, okay, so tell me a little bit about you. I was like, I don't speak English, I just need a job. That's simple like that, bro. The manager was like, you know what? You hired. Come with me, bro. I just need a job. I need money. That's done. Simple
it.
like that. Simple like that, I swear. That's simple. Bro, like I said, it was always like the grind.
Yeah.
All about the grind, all about like reaching my goals. You know, since I got to this country here, man. Since day one, non-stop, been grinding non-stop. It got to a point where I was going to school. I was waking up at 4 a.m., right? Because a lot of people don't know about this, right? We got to put this out there.
Yeah.
So I was waking up at 4 a.m. every morning. I was going to school at 6 a.m. So from 6 a.m. to 2:30, I was going to school. From 3:30 to 12, I was going to work.
Wow.
Every single day.
You know, like you was telling me about the story on how like it really touched me. Like you talked about how you went to Haiti and like you gave like a whole village like, you know, free glasses. Like I was like I was moved by that, like, you know, because, you know, I'm Haitian too.
Yes.
So the fact that you did something like that, like, you know, like I wondered like how did you go inside, like tell me the ins and outs of it.
That was actually, you know, I'm a very spiritual person. That was, my spirit spoke to me in 2010 when you guys had the earthquake, and the Spirit of God says, I want you to go to Haiti to help the kids, to give them free glasses, and even the people which were running around after the earthquake, losing the glasses, breaking the glasses, you know. And we know Haiti is not a country which is, you know, there's so much money there. So I felt to go there and bless the people. But there's something I got to tell you which happened yesterday, Isaiah.
Wow.
Yesterday I'm working in the store and I got a family from Haiti and come and spend $1,500 in my store. And the Spirit of God says to me, listen, this is the way I bless you. You bless these people and I sent you those people back to bless your business. I don't know if you follow me because I do have a lot of people from Haiti, Haitian customer, which will spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And that's the way God bless you back. Because you bless that community,
right.
That community is going to bless you back your business. And yesterday, when that happened, the Spirit spoke to me and said, you see what I do for what you did? Powerful, man. That was really, and I felt it, and I told the people which I was working with, I said, look, you know, I'm not Haitian, but I mean, when God speaks to you, you have to obey. Yeah. And God spoke to me, and I obey God, and, you know, and the blessings coming later.
You know, you talked about earlier off camera, we talked about sports.
Whoa. Careful what you say. Kidding.
I know.
Kidding.
You always got me there. You always got me.
Hey. You gotta be careful what we say off the camera. I learned that one time.
Right?
Hell yeah.
No, off camera we talked about, you know, you playing sports and you talked about you playing soccer and talked about like, you know, your injury.
Injuries.
You know, we had injuries as well. You know, so that's something that we both share, like a career and an injury. Like, can you talk about like yours? Like, tell everybody, like, you know, because you're supposed to be going pro.
I should have been doing different sports, literally speaking pro. Some people have talents, and some people work really hard about developing something that they maybe recognize as a talented individual in sports. I happen to work very hard, and I happen to have the blessings of being good at it, right? And you have to say a blessing because you need to also understand that there's a time for a call. Injuries are time for calls. And yeah, science can heal faster, while your body should naturally heal on its own. But if you're pushing science and you're pushing your calls, you may have to then respond to higher calls, meaning long-term injuries, permanent injuries, that there's no need for that. Look, how long can an athlete last? 20, 30 years? If you're blessed and lucky? What are you gonna do afterwards? You're gonna be the coach with pain and painkillers and injections and chiropractors and more physical than anything else? No, I recognize that there's a limit for everything in life, and I just switched to another sport. And every time that there was a call, I was blessed enough to recognize it. And every time that you confronted your same evil, saying, oh, I can do this, I know I had an injury, but I'm gonna confront it, you're gonna get hurt again.
Yeah.
It is a fact. And I know that for the last 20 years that I've been doing more of the personal training and coaching and doing all the stuff that I like to do, I've had a few accidents, but nothing that I gotta go back and say, I'm gonna regret it 20 years from today. I know that I'm not gonna have no pain medications, no injections, none of that, because I have learned to regulate my eagerness to. I don't like pain. I told you, I hated the pain. And I'm the science of healing pain.
So actually, funny story is before I went to chiropractic school, when I was like still giving my mom a little resistance, I wanted to be an entertainer.
No, really?
Yes. So I, yes.
Talk about it.
So I was just thinking to if the camera's looking at me or it caught an awkward moment, it's because I was thinking of like, should I share a statement that my mom told me a while ago? So there's this point when you grow up in Miami, right? In North Miami Beach. I grew up in NB, right? So that area, and Hollywood is where I went to school. So I was 50-50 between Hollywood and NMB. Okay. And I was caught in this moment where I'm like, you know what? I love to make people laugh. I don't mind being in front of a camera. I love to entertain. So, and I actually did acting for a while too. So I'm like, you know what? I think I might want to be.
You did acting?
Yeah, I did acting too. Absolutely. So I'm like, you know what? I think I want to be an actor. So my mom said, okay, look, you want to be an entertainer? This is what you're going to do. You're going to go to school to be a chiropractor, and then you can entertain your patients. Straight up.
Just like that,
dude. Jeez. Word for word, I'm not skipping a beat.
Just like that.
You know, but look, dude, crazy enough, right? Look full circle. It's like, yeah, I am a chiropractor, but just, you know, Instagram coming out, allowing me to kind of do my own thing and show some of my personality even outside of chiropractic. If I wasn't adjusting lots of people every day and I had more time to get in front of the camera, I would be there all day long. I'm perfectly comfortable there. I just love to talk about what I'm passionate about.
What's up, Isaiah?
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good,
oh
good.
my goodness, just pulling up. Just even on the pull-up, it feels so different.
Man.
I mean, it's gorgeous. It feels so private. So I can't wait to, you know, for buyers to just feel like this is their own tropical oasis. Right. This is awesome. Let's see. I'm so excited. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's breathtaking.
Man.
Wow. I mean, it just felt so small when you came in. You know, it felt like we were just really big in this space. But now it feels so grand. Oh, of course. Oh, they're going to love it. They're going to walk in the space and feel so warm and so grand. And this is just one of many living spaces. So once they see that, okay, this is my formal living room. Now I got my family. Now I got my den. Oh, I think it's going to blow their mind. The light fixtures, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss to the light fixtures. It's so cool to see what your vision was, and then to know that, you know, like, I'm always in luxury. And you leaned on me a little bit, but not very much. Like, you know, at the end, you're like, do you like this or do you like that? But you did such a great job, like, all by yourself. It's so cool to see the vision of what you see.
Like she said, the trust, man, and coming together and just, you know, really, y'all being so young. You know, young dudes that's gonna put something together, bro. This is hard.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this hard.
And this kitchen, yes, this is it. This is what we need. This is it. Wow.
This was transformation.
It's beautiful. Double oven, very good.
Oh yeah, we looking real good. I'm liking that. Well, by the time we got the drywalls up, we got everything closed in, we got the drywall phase. I love this phase because now you get this chance to see the property actually come together. You're not seeing hanging wire or anything like that. So They got the lights, the wiring in place. We got the AC ducts in. We got everything. See my man's over there checking the work. I love this space. I'm seeing what the guys got going on here. We got the office in. Everything's already primed up. And this is one of the key things you guys want to do when it's coming to like the drywall phase. Everything gotta be smooth, because if it's smooth, if it's laid down smooth, your paint is gonna be right. All right, so you guys might be thinking, Zay, why are you doing kitchens? You're a real estate guy. You're supposed to be doing houses, but kitchens is an actual business. You understand what I'm saying? It's a business. If it's food involved, it's a business. So how you do it? You buy a commercial space. You get a zone for kitchens. In this section over here, we're gonna be doing smart kitchens. So we're providing a service for our chefs. We create 4 bays, and then each chef is able to pay you $10,000 to $15,000 a month. You have no overhead. They pay for everything. They pay for the water, they pay for the electricity, they pay for light, they pay for their propane gas. So all you're doing is collecting $40,000 to $50,000 a month while they pay for everything. And now you can move on to something else. So being a developer, being a real estate guru guy, you have to be able to generate cash flow. So this is a cash flow for all my developers. Anybody that's trying to get into real estate, you have to have cash flow, because if you don't have cash flow, you're dead. All right, guys, so this is actually like the living room area. So I know it looks like a lot going on, but you know, these are needed because I actually took down the second floor because I wanted to. I want to take this baby down. This is dated. We live in Miami. Why need a fireplace? So I actually take this down, and we're actually gonna make this like a big living room. You know what I'm saying? So let me take you guys to the kitchen area over here. So this is the kitchen. This is where all the meals is gonna be made. This is my favorite part of the house. Is my fat ass. I like to eat. So we actually took down the whole kitchen, took down the whole second floor, and we actually gonna make it like a chef's kitchen. Full bar, island, top of the line appliances, custom kitchen cabinets, custom. My original idea, I actually wanted to knock this wall down and actually go 15 feet outside to the Olympic-sized pool, but since it's a historic property, ain't gonna happen. So we gotta get creative. So with this gourmet kitchen, we're gonna make any top chef feel at home. And this area over here, y'all know from my previous videos, this is my favorite part, cause my fat ass, what? Hey man, I love to eat, man. So this is gonna be, we're actually gonna create a 20-foot island. Most islands be 10 feet, but since this is cathedral, my client loves it big, so we're gonna do it big for him. So we're gonna have a 20-foot island. We're gonna have a little bit of cabinets because you have all these windows here, natural lighting, and you're gonna lead right off to the pool area in the back. All right, stepping up from the kitchen, I don't know about you guys, but when I eat, I like to burn up some calories. So over here, we're gonna actually create a nice infinity edge pool, state of the art, and we're gonna create privacy, but you know what? We're gonna have nice landscaping so that way we can go skinny dipping, client can go skinny dipping, ain't nobody gonna see him. Hey, as you guys can see, we had a blast season 1. I love bringing the content to you guys, but if you thought season 1 was something, wait till season 2. It's gonna get even realer than ever. I don't know if really is a word, but it's gonna be a word today. So check us out, R.E.A.L Lifestyle. Hey man, we out.